Steam. Steam. You did it. Did what? Made it? Like you didn't fall asleep or something? Or did you? Oh, you stayed awake. Yeah. Okay. Good. We'll see if I can stay awake during the stream today. I don't know. I these headphones are, well, I mean, I don't know about like among all headphones, but this type of headphone that cups over your ears are the best ones for me because it makes stuff more engaging, more immersive, but they cup like all of my heat from my head into my head, and so it can make me drowsy if I'm too tired, and then also I have that extra heat. Yeah, I am proud of you actually. You were saying you were really tired, so that's cool. Um, yeah, I think that's everything. I think we're underway. I've got all of my chat windows open. So I got YouTube and Twitch and Kick and Odyssey open. And Steam is up now. So I think we're good. I think we're good. Yeah, that Tiny Bunny visual novel is a lot longer than I thought it was going to be. I'm not complaining, but I'm surprised. Usually when I find a game like that, it ends up tending to be pretty short, but it turns out that's not actually all that short. So no guarantee you'll make it to the end. Well, that's okay. I may not make it to the end either. I'm actually considering, I mean, with some variability because I'm delaying getting started, give people a chance to get on, right? So I usually wait at least 5, maybe 10 minutes after I start streaming before I get into the game, so I give people a chance to get on. Especially because I often myself end up being late, and so then it's like, do I really hold other people to a different standard than me, where I'm late or something? So anyway, Tiny Bunny, you're saying that game, is that what you're talking about? Is Tiny Bunny? Anyway, so I usually wait like 5 to 10 minutes, like into a stream before I start actually playing, unless I'm running late. If I'm like 20 minutes late, I basically, as soon as I start streaming, I pretty much start streaming, right? But yeah, Tiny Bunny, yeah, it's cool. I'm enjoying it. It's like I said, it's longer than I thought it was. There's some parts that are a little strange. I'm not gonna lie. I there are a couple parts I'm like, what's happening now? I don't understand what's going on. I think a lot of it is because your protagonist in that game is a younger kid. He's probably like 12 or something. So he's young enough still that he's got a really active imagination, but he's old enough that, when he goes to school and stuff, he can more or less handle himself. He actually might not be 12. I think he might be like 10. I think he's actually probably like 10. You watched, so not yesterday, but a week ago. Yeah. Yeah, so it's cool. Anyway, so it's longer than I thought it was going to be, right? Because I started it on Halloween, so it was an hour and a half. Then I did last week 2 hours, this week 2 hours, 2.5 hours this week actually. So that ends up being what, 6 hours so far, and it still doesn't exactly show signs of ending soon. I thought it might end yesterday. We had the whole, like, I'm not going to give anything away, but the whole thing he was doing through the course of the day, and then we got to nighttime, and it's not over yet still. So I wonder how much longer it's gonna go into another day. Maybe, I don't know. I'm enjoying it, so I don't mind it going into another day. But I am curious where they're gonna go from where they are now. Anyway, so yeah. So I've been looking at the Halloween game list, right? So we've got Tiny Bunny, and I still. So you had mentioned Faux Fox on my monitor when I was checking stuff last time, right? Like previously, like a couple weeks ago or whatever. You had mentioned some different things, like checking to make sure cables were not loose and stuff. I checked everything, and I swear everything was like tightly connected. But then when I went to start removing the monitor the other day to take it to go get it exchanged, after doing the troubleshooting I told you over the phone I did, I was on the back of the monitor and I disconnected the HDMI cable. And then I went to disconnect the power cable, and the power cable, it didn't just fall out, but it was very loose. Like, it did not take almost any effort at all, and it came out. And I thought, whoa, was this not tight in? So I secured it tightly again. So I still haven't exchanged my monitor, because after I did that, I go, well, maybe it's not the monitor. Maybe I thought I had a solid connection and I didn't. Well, I made sure after I did that, I pushed it tightly in, right? So it's the power is solidly in there. Well, yesterday, that was actually yesterday that I was gonna take it Thursday evening. I did not. I ended up getting ready to take it out yesterday about 5 p.m. my time. I was gonna head up really fast and then come back, and I did not because of that. Well, then today, I think like 10 in the morning or something today, it went off on its own. And now I know for a fact all of the power and the display and everything is solidly in there. So, what do you mean, what happened? What part of the story I was just telling did you miss, or are you confused about? I'm not sure what you're asking. I was explaining what happened, but maybe there's something you missed. Oh, you got knocked off. Okay, what was the last thing you heard then? And I can run through again. Yeah, that wasn't any kind of an upset or I got to repeat myself. That was actually I don't know where you missed, so I'm trying to make sure you have the full story. Power cord, yeah. So okay, so basically, I Thursday night I was planning on exchanging it, right? I did not end up. I ran out of time, so I was gonna on Friday at about 4:30 in the afternoon. I was gonna disconnect my monitor and then take it and go exchange it. So I leaned the monitor forward so I could reach the HDMI cable, and I unplugged that. And then I grabbed the power cord. The power cord apparently was not tightly in there. It barely took any effort at all. The power cord came out. And I thought, oh, maybe the power cord was not tightly in there and was not in there tightly enough, right? So I made a point while I had the monitor leaned forward so I could reach this stuff. I made a point of pushing really hard and wiggling and pushing, making sure the power cord is totally solidly connected, right? And then I did the same thing for the HDMI cable. Made sure they're both completely, totally connected. Following me so far? I want to make sure you didn't miss any of what I said. Just say yeah or whatever if you followed what I've said so far. Okay. So we're to that point. So I thought, okay, well, maybe because my stuff was not totally connected, maybe you were right. I thought, because I know I checked everything, but maybe I just didn't check well enough on that part. So I thought all of my stuff was connected. So I thought, well, maybe you were right. Maybe it was because it was not connected well. maybe there actually was a problem with the connection. So after I made sure everything was solidly in again, I kept the monitor. I've not exchanged it yet because I was like, well, let me give it a chance then, see if that was the problem, and it was something else. Well, today, at about 10 a.m., something like that, today, my monitor suddenly shut off on its own again. So it is still the monitor, despite the fact that the power cord was not as tightly in there as it could have been. So I'm going to tomorrow's Sunday. I won't do it on Sunday, but Monday, I'm going to take it over and get it exchanged for sure. So Monday, I will for sure exchange the monitor. And like I had said in chat on Discord, I've gone through everything with all of their geek squad, their tech troubleshooting people. Anything that I told them everything that I had done, and they said, yeah, well, if you've done all that, there's nothing we can suggest, so just get it exchanged. So I just need to, I have the box. I should get the box down, unplug the monitor, pack the monitor away in the box, and then take it back. I don't have a standard, maybe I do somewhere, maybe it came with a box, I'll have to check. I don't think I have a standard receipt because I bought it digitally. I paid for it digitally, so I can just have the card I used and have them look that up and look my account up, and they can see that I got it so that they can verify the purchase, and I can show them an ID and stuff. It could turn off tonight. Now when it turns off, I mean, it's not, in general terms, it's not the end of the world, because if it turns off, so I have two monitors, right? I have this one here that is the one that tends to turn off, and then I have this one over here on the side here, which is why I'm looking to that side. One over here that shows my chat and stuff, okay? Well, on the one that has chat, I have a chat window that takes up a huge part of the monitor, or like of the monitor's display, and I have like the streaming software, I should say, and I have the chat on the side. But there are spaces around those. Those are the only two things that I have up. Right? So I can see the desktop behind that. So if the big monitor goes off, I can right click on the desktop area of this side monitor where the stream stuff is, and I can bring up the control for the monitor, like the software controller, and I can just use it, click on a thing that says reset, and then the monitor will come on again. So it's not a really big thing. I mean, it's, you know, a little bit annoying sometimes, but it's not a really big thing. But the reason I was delaying playing Song of Horror is because Song of Horror is permadeath. So if you die, if I die because the monitor turns off, that character's gone, and I have to get another character. I think the idea is that new character goes to where the other character died, or near where the other character died, and can find all the stuff that you would need for like completing puzzles and stuff, and can continue on. But that character dies. Yeah, no problem, Funact. I can't see how it would be, because my previous monitor had the same extended display, and it was completely fine. The only difference is that the new monitor I have is display settings. The new monitor I have has better resolution. So this is a 1440p monitor. My previous monitor was a 1080p. That's the only difference, though. So I do not believe there's any way it's display setting issues, because I did not change any display settings. All I did was take out the other monitor, plug this one in, update like the newest drivers, and make sure I have their control software on and whatever. But that's it. No, Faux Fox. This Stasis game is different. Anyway, so I'll exchange the monitors. I keep wanting to say tomorrow but it's not Sunday, it's Saturday. I'll exchange the monitors on Monday. Then I'll have the rest of the day Monday, however long is left after I exchange them, and Tuesday and then I'm gone for 10 days. But then I'll also have the end of the day on the 30th, the 31st, January 1st, and like that whole week leading up to the next weekend. I'll have like about a week-ish of having the monitor, seeing if the replacement monitor behaves. It won't take that long. If the replacement is as bad as this one has been, then it will not take that long. This monitor here, I've not had it go more than maybe 2 or 3 days before it just decides on its own to just turn off the display. Sometimes it turns off 2 times in a day, in a single day. And sometimes it's like 2 or maybe at the most, I think 3 days, like I said, is what I've seen. And then it will turn off. So within a week, if it's still a problem with a replacement, within a week, I should have seen it turn off at least once or twice. So, and I don't think so. I think it's the monitor, this particular specific unit. So if I exchange the unit for a replacement, it should be fine. I don't think it's the model. I don't think it's the brand. I think it's just this particular unit has some flaw in the electronics. And so it loses, like maybe there's not enough electricity getting to a place to tell it that it should stay on, and so it goes, oh, I must turn off, or I don't know the specifics, but I think there's something bugged in the electronics of this specific unit. No, don't leave. Okay, so no, Fofox, this is not, well, I mean, I don't know, you say does it come after? I don't know if we really know the exact timeline. I mean, we probably do, because I think in the original Stasis game, and also Kane, the follow-up to that, right? I think in both of those, if you look at computers, like, you know, we access computers at different points during those games. I'm sure at different points you could probably find dates, like year dates, and then you could compare that with the dates here in this game. So you probably could know if it comes after or not. But well, I could fun act, but that's going to completely destroy the whole point of having the replacement monitor, though. I don't want a lower resolution. I mean, I could do that to troubleshoot, but if it's going to persist a problem, if the problem is going to persist when I have different display settings for different monitors, that's not going to work for me, honestly. Because I cannot get a bigger physical size monitor over on the side here. So unless I can find a 1440p of the same size over here, which is I think it's like 28 inch or something. Anyway, if it's going to be, I can't get a bigger physical size monitor for the chat. I don't have room. So I have to, if I'm going to get another 1440p so that I can have matching dimensions across the board, then it's going to have to be something that's still physically only 28 inches diagonal, or whatever the actual measure is. So we'll see. I mean, it's a good suggestion, Fun Act, for trying to troubleshoot. But if the troubleshooting amounts to that's a problem, I can't have 2 different resolutions, then I'm gonna have to figure something out, because I don't want to have, right, I can't have a bigger monitor on the side here, and I don't want to have a smaller monitor on the side over here. So but that is fair to say that. I mean, before I replaced this one, both of my monitors were 1080p, so it is fair to say that could be a possibility. But since I already troubleshooted with the tech people and they said just go ahead and exchange it, I'll do that, and then if it still is a problem, then I'll have to look at another possible solution. Maybe another solution is to get the same dimensions for the monitor that's on the side here, right, over here for chat, get the same dimensions physical, but that has the same resolution as the other one. Maybe. We'll have to see. I don't know. It's a weird situation. I've never run into it before, so I'm not really sure. I mean, we're just going to have to, do what we do. Figure it out as we go along. Okay. Do you? See, this is the first time I've had issues with it, so I don't know. It's interesting to consider, but I've not had issues previously. It may just be that I had a really good. Effectively, it was a television that could double as a monitor previously, but that old monitor I had that I have gotten rid of now, I gave it actually to a friend, gave it away to him. It was like from 2008 or something. So it was pretty old. It was like 15 years old. It was time to replace it. This other monitor that I have with the chat and stuff is actually not that much newer. I think it's 2012 or something, maybe 2014. So it's at least like 9 years old. So it's not got a whole lot of time left on it anyway. So maybe that is, if that ends up being what's necessary, maybe that's the answer, and I'll just replace this other one with a 1440p that's the same physical dimensions. Because I have a printer to the side of the monitor and stuff, I just don't have any physical room for anything else. So we'll see. We needed to figure out how to hack into here, right? So we did go over here, and I did go to this, right? And we did get the placentia something or other and put it in the machinery, in the genetic sequencer. So it's there. And we got a disc from it. And I gave the disc to him. Right? And he, the bear, it's not Isaac. What's his name? His name is... I don't remember. Damn. Anyway, whatever the bear's name is. We gave it to the bear, and the bear put it in the auto turret so that it would... Basically, the turret is going to look for anything... The idea, at least in my mind, is that turret is going to look for anything with the same DNA of that alien sample, or that mutation sample, whatever it is. So if something like that comes through the door, it will start firing because it will detect the DNA and say this is a threat. In the meantime, for her part, so this is Charlie and Mac. I just can't remember his name, the bear's name. Anyway, so for Charlie's part, she needs to hack this. I don't know how she's supposed to hack this, though. I think I was supposed to look in between last week and this week, too, and find out how, and I never did. Oh, well. Excuse me. See, there's nothing when I do the ping. There's no interactive area here, so I don't know how... What was the assumption here? What was the assumption he was going to do? I don't know. I don't know if I have an answer to that. The first Stasis game? Yeah. Did you enjoy Kane, or did you not like that one as much? Kane is where you're the woman. It's the prequel to Stasis. So with Stasis, it's the guy and his family that got kidnapped. In Kane, it's a prequel where you're a woman who had originally volunteered because you were told you were going to get money for your family or whatever. So she volunteered so her family would have a better life. Didn't realize that they were going to put her in an experiment. And then she was trying to escape from the facility. Do you remember that? Dead consoles. I don't know what else I'm supposed to. And when I look at this one, he can't do anything with it. So I don't know. I mean, this again, interactive. There's no interactive part, so I don't know how he's supposed to hack. Guess I could do that for now. Yeah. So did you like that one? You liked it also? Okay. I think the tie from this game to the other two is the corporation, Kane Corporation. Kane Corporation basically, like, it's a future, so corporations have kind of taken over, like, everything, right? Pretty much. There's some private contractors that work with corporations, but corporations are extremely powerful. Well, the corporations also, this particular corporation at least, Kane Corporation, has actually become so powerful that the founder of the corporation, I don't think he's alive anymore, but the guy who founded the corporation, I don't remember his first name, something Kane. He actually is seen by employees of the corporation and other people, like private contractors too. Basically, his name has become like a god. Like, people will say things like, by Kane, I'll show you, kind of a thing. So, that's weird, but it is what it is. So, basically, Kane has become like a techno-religious institution of some kind or something. It's kind of strange. Anyway, we saw some of that in I think it was in the first game, in Stasis. There was one point where we went into a chamber where the claim was, I don't know if we ever validated for sure that it was him, but the claim was that they had actually Kane's body, and that the people on the ship and stuff were worshiping him as their god and stuff. I don't know if they ever verified by DNA that it was actually him. Maybe it was descendant of him. Anyway, so that's the tie, though. This is the same corporation. People still use Kane the name of Kane as if it was the name of God. So there's that whole thing still persisting. This one, though, so the other one, they were out in space and they were doing the experiments. Well, in the first game, they were in space, kidnapped, and on board a ship that was doing the experiments. In the prequel, it was like one of the factories where they were first starting the experiments. So it wasn't in space. It was like on a planet, maybe Earth. I don't know if we know the planet for sure. Maybe it was another planet, but it was on a planet, and they were starting the experiments, because that's the prequel, right? So on a planet, they were starting the experiments. In the first game, the Stasis game, that's next in the order. That one was outer space, and they'd kidnapped somebody. I don't know, again, where this falls in the order of things. This is actually, though, the group of characters here, well, this is a robot, so fine, but these two are a husband and wife who had lost their daughter at some point to drowning. This was the daughter's best friend toy bear, basically, and now, because of the trauma that happened to basically it experienced a trauma, a kind of a trauma, because of the daughter's drowning, and so it now does not like water. It's like very resistant to like anything more than maybe a little bit of water on the ground or something. So these three, I guess if you want to count him, anyway, they're basically a salvage ship. They go around looking for wreckage and seeing what they can pull for money, right, and resell later off of a dead ship. Well, they found this Kane ship, and they thought, well, Kane is a big corporation, right? They're going to have a lot of money here and stuff. Yeah, what they didn't realize is that Kane has a lot of messed up crap on their ship, what's left of their ship, too. So anyway, so now they're here, and Charlie had, in her, like, moment of greed, I guess, she jumped a chasm, or jumped across, or not jumped, I guess she ran across a beam that was rickety, like it was dangerous. She ran across the beam really fast to see what was on the other side, see if there's something else she could get for money or whatever, right, to help them out with their salvage. But the whole beam that she had crossed on collapsed after she got over there. So now she's isolated from Mac. Mac can still go right back to the ship, that they came in on and just leave, but he doesn't want to leave his wife, of course. So she's separated from him, cannot get back to the ship, and so that's why we have the bear also trying to help them out so they can try to get what they can faster and get the hell off of the ship, because they don't like all these dead bodies and suicides and stuff all lying around, right? Yeah, should have stayed away from this one. Well, you know, to be fair, I don't know that every single Kane vessel is doing this stuff, right? Just because the corporation regularly seems to get into messed up pseudoscience and stuff doesn't mean that every single ship is a problem, right? So they might have previously salvaged Kane ships that were no problem at all. It was just a ghost ship and they got their cargo and resold it. So they had no idea. They had no way of knowing what to expect coming on here, right? But you're right. It's kind of like the crew of the Nostromo in the first Alien movie, right? They never should have gone on that planet and investigated the crashed ship and the help signal and stuff, but they had no way of knowing, and their company protocol is if there's a distress call, you have to go investigate it so that if somebody's stranded, you grab them and you get them on your ship and you can take them back to human space so they can survive or whatever, right? So just, you know, it's definitely, we never should have come here kind of a situation, but it's not like they really had a choice or in the case of the Alien movie, or in this case, that they really had any clue that it was going to be super dangerous. So how am I going to hack? So I look at the PDA. The PDA is just messages. So I don't know. Yeah, see? You will make all indulgences to our representative Baron as if he were Kane himself. Just substitute God when you see Kane. Effectively. So. Collectibles are just, you know, collectibles. I mean, they are what they sound like. So nothing important for this. Guns are not toys. Yeah. Look at these drawings. I like these. They are pretty. He's totally a robot. Totally a machine. Has no idea, right? I was hoping in the first few I could see. What is it? Separated the power source from this heart. There's a heart embedded in it. Was completely embedded into the meat. Wash your hands, Mac, the robot says. He's just like, Hope was the name of their daughter. Ironic, because after they lost her, they pretty much don't have any hope anymore, right? It's pretty sad, actually. It's really pretty sad. Moses, that's his name. Okay. Anyway, there aren't any clues for how I hack with that, so I don't know what I'm really supposed to do with this. If I go zoom in on here, it just shows the boards with like spikes nailed into them and stuff to keep something back on the other side here. So, lift the enthusiastically barred door hints at the size of the facilities within. I don't know. I don't know how we are going to help her hack it. I don't imagine Mac, this guy here, has anything that will work for that, because he's in a completely different part of the ship. He can't interface like supposedly Moses can. And he doesn't have any more access to anything than they do. So I don't imagine he does anything. What is... Okay, I don't think she can use any of these. Oh, whoops. Hang on. If I go in here... Yeah, I cannot use it on here at all, which is fine. I didn't really expect to be able to, but none of those. I give these back to Moses. Is there any Moses can use them on? I don't think he can do anything with it. Maybe he can break this open. Maybe I do that before she hacks anything. Screwdriver also no, I assume, right? Yeah. I'm not prying anything off. Oh, there's this? Oh, maybe I just do it in the center. There? No. And this? Also no. Yeah, nope. Okay. There's the monitor over here. Again, this one has no hotspot. So I don't know what I would possibly use this for. Either of these. The screwdriver or this. I've already tried combining these with her. This straightened rod has already been something he's squished, so you do it again, it doesn't do anything, and when you do the screwdriver, it doesn't do anything. So he cannot crush anything or rip anything apart like is his specialty. So that's not something he can do. She cannot combine them, so that's not something she can do. And this is all the equipment I have between all the people. So right now, because I've used the other stuff previously. And this is just description. Green is always just a description. You can't do anything with something that's green. And I already multiple times have had him go back to the previous set of rooms and run through those, and there's nothing there either. Shoot. Terminal, elevator diagram. Yeah, there is this elevator diagram, but it doesn't really... This is about the diving bell itself. And, you know, the design with stairs and stuff for the framing, or whatever you want to call it. Effectively scaffolding around this. But that's all it is, literally. Like, there isn't... there's no text we can read or anything on this. I cannot ping to draw focus, so it's pretty much just this, showing that the diving bell does stuff. And the characters already commented on it too, so so I don't think there's anything with this at all. You come over here. There's nothing new with this, right? It's got the disc in. Right here. Yeah, and see, no target. It's looking for that DNA sequence. So unless it finds that, it's not going to do anything. It's just going to sit here ready. Which is fine. That's, that's pretty much what I want, is having it guard that entrance. But that means that I don't know what I do next. I think the hacking of her computer has to be the next thing, but I don't know how I do that. I literally don't get anything to interact with when I go here. And Isaac is not physically around, So he could only do something if Charlie here could do something to this, then maybe Moses can do something as well. Otherwise, though, I don't think Moses has a way to access this. As long as he doesn't, and Moses does not have something here on the end. He doesn't have a specialization like Charlie and Mac do. I don't know. Yeah, the security implant. So Mac yanks that security implant out of the heart, like we read on the log. Then he gave that security implant to Charlie, who connected it. Somebody had like some kind of a bio implant that was like designed to help them flex their hand, like they had some injury, and so that this helped them so they could still flex their hand the way that they normally would naturally. And so we took the biochip from that heart and we put it into that thing that Charlie found, and that together allowed us to hold it up to a door, and then we could open the door. And that's actually what got us into this area. So we don't have that implant anymore. We also don't have, or we don't have the hand implant, I guess, or whatever. We also don't have the heart, and we don't have the thing combined. That got used up when we entered here. We came through this door here. We cannot go back out. It shut behind us. So we're stuck here for now. I've gone all the way around the circle, and there is really nothing. There's like another couple of things that are just green descriptions. The only blue in this whole room here with the diving bell are this over here that will go into the next room over, and then the two things here, the diagram of the elevator and the terminal that we could access. She specifically said we were supposed to hack, like that Moses could hack the terminal. I just don't know how to get him to do that. There is no command on him that, as far as I can see. Let me see if there are controls that I'm missing. Let me see. General. Show FPS. Da, 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 da. And then it says setting applied, but I didn't do anything. Accessibility. Yeah, I just used escape. Maybe. Anyway. See, I don't see, though, any... Like, none of these... Accessibility was the thing I was hoping maybe they would have controls under, but it doesn't really. It's like hints and subtitles and whatnot, which is fine. But I'm just saying, because of that, I don't have, like, a special command for hacking. Yeah, we got that. We got that already. Yep, we found a blank data disk, and we went to. So we took that disk. Okay, we went in here, this next room over. We got a clue from over here from the report on the skeleton. Okay, then we went over here and went into this room, and we got. Somewhere over here, the x-ray slides. Between the report on the skeleton and the x-ray slides, we got a code And then we use that over here on this genetic sequencer. We put that code in here, and that allowed us to grab this sample out of here, out of the microwave looking thing. So we pulled it out, we put the sample in here, and we closed it. We put the disk in here, and we closed it. And then we ran it, and it took from this, it read data, like the genetic data, and it transferred it to the disk. That blank disk is now in that turret gun that is over here, ready to shoot something with that DNA match if it comes through the door. So that's what we did with that. So we have done that all. Yep. Yeah, I mean, I can go to a walkthrough and just look at the one thing that I need to do for hacking. I just don't know how to hack, right? So I can look that up. Let me do that. Let me just look and see how I'm supposed to hack. All right, hang on. Okay. We did that. Return to the sentry gun, load an encoded data disk with a chimera mask, genetic information. Press engage and watch the fireworks. Press engage? Engage? What? There's an engage option? Hang on. Something on here? Where is an engage? I don't know where engage is. I don't know where engage is. Is that on a... Yeah, I'm reading in a walkthrough what it's saying. I just want to read the one part where I'm stuck. I don't want to read anything else, of course. Okay, so it says, return to the sentry gun, load in the encoded data disk with the chimera mask genetic information. I did that. Press engage and watch the fireworks. I pressed engage. I thought. I put it in anyway. I don't know where engage is. Press engage. What engage? Yeah, it looks like it's engaged. That's right. That's what I'm saying. I don't know. And it says no target. So obviously there's a problem. Let me see. Oh, I have to do that first? Crap, I might have just gotten him killed. I'm apparently supposed to... Oh. Oh. She has to grab that? Oh, okay. I see. I thought once she used it, I thought we were done. I guess you can grab that out of the microwave type thing, the analyzer, genetic analyzer, I guess. Let me see. So if I go here, okay, so now I give it to him. Whoops, hang on. Give it to Isaac, or not Isaac, I keep saying that. Moses. Okay, Moses hopefully over here. This. There we go, and now I do engage. I thought it was just a guard. I guess not. Okay, engage. There we go.
What the hell was that?
I opened a door.
A door? What'd you use, dynamite?
Guns are not toys, Mac.
He has a gun now?
What are you complaining about? He didn't shoot you.
Not yet.
I am a very smart bear now.
That's hilarious. Guns are not toys. Yeah, we know. Thank you. Calm down, dude. Okay, so that's what I had to do. I thought something was going to potentially come through, and I'm not sure. I didn't know it was going to switch to engage. That's why. Okay. All right, well, I had to do it. Okay. I had to look up the one thing. I didn't know. Okay. It's fine. Okay. And now he is where she is.
I'm here, Charlie.
Good work, Moses. I need you to override the terminal inside the big metal ball. Can you do that?
I am a smart bear now.
I am a smart bear now. Keep saying that, buddy. Keep reassuring yourself. I'm gonna bring her out here really fast. She'll be in the same area where he is. Move her over there. Okay, and then Moses. Over here.
This place is not safe or happy. Children should not play here. This water is dark. I do not like water. In water you are powerless.
I know, little guy. I know. You can do it. You're brave and strong.
I am brave and strong.
Yeah. See, even though he's a machine, even though he's basically a robot, you can see there's like been some imprinted on him somewhere on his circuits. He has this trauma of seeing hope drown, and so he's very, I don't know if afraid is right, but if he had an emotion, basically he's got serious hydrophobia now, right? He's seriously afraid of water because of what he saw. It's messed up. Okay, I guess this is the hacking symbol.
Connection secure. Attempting firewall override.
Security pre-checks complete. Bulkheads have been opened.
Charlie, computer says doors are open. I'm heading your way.
Okay, roger that.
Yeah, this door was closed before, so that's now open.
I'm inside. This place is leaking bad.
Seem intact?
It's solid. Kane built it like they build everything. To last.
What? There was a vent here before. Oh, I see. The door open, so he doesn't have to do the vent. Makes sense. Makes more sense now.
Rest in peace, Captain. May your mind reach the Nexus.
You really think he had a transcendence implant?
You never know.
I wonder if I should have him analyze stuff as we go. Maybe. Let me go back to the previous screen just so he can examine stuff that Moses looked at earlier when Moses was here. I don't think he will, but he might have a different perspective or something on it. Let's see. Okay, nothing new with that.
Rig this size, there'd be a big crew. What happened?
What if they're stuck below?
Underwater? Wouldn't last long under pressure like that.
Depends on what's down there.
You don't say it that way. Oh, he might have a comment on this where Moses didn't realize anything of significance, maybe. Or not. No, so you didn't have anything to say about that. Okay.
How long has that food been there, you think?
Don't know, hard to tell, with all the moisture. At least a few weeks.
Yeah. Yeah, it's... I mean, at a certain point, right?
Kitchen's fully stocked. Whoever was here, they were here to stay.
At a certain point, right, you don't really come up with something new. I mean, in many respects. You might have some ideas that are new that no one's thought of before, but most of what you write will end up being not new, primarily just because, you know, there are so many people who've come before you who've written stuff that it becomes more difficult to write about a subject that's not already been handled. But as long as, like you said, as long as it's cohesive, as long as they do it well, like they put an interesting spin, or they have solid voice acting, solid graphics and gameplay and stuff, you know, things like that are all important. Now that this does bother me that I can't get back out, but I guess we're all, the gang's all...
Those bodies. Maybe a shark attack?
Wounds are too uniform. Shark teeth rip the shit out of flesh.
Language, Mac.
What about that guy upstairs? The damage on him?
Yeah, that was something else. Intentional. Maybe someone lost it. You know, went psycho.
No language, Mac.
I don't think we should be doing this. We don't have any idea where this thing goes.
It goes down.
You know what I mean.
I'm not going back to the boat. You can leave if you want to, but I'm staying.
God damn it, you take too many risks too easily.
And you don't fight hard enough for things that are important. Mac, this one time, will you just trust me? We're all we've got left.
We're all we've got left.
Fine. Okay. Okay.
I would be crapping myself right now because I'm hydrophobic. I'm mildly hydrophobic, but I'm hydrophobic enough. This would freak me out, I think. Actually being this deep.
This thing just keeps on going.
Have you ever been this deep?
Deep.
Yeah, the Crozier was close.
Not by half. That was under an ice shelf.
Deep.
I love that job. It's good, clean salvage. In and out, no surprises. No bodies.
We are deep.
Yes. There are bodies. We've worked with bodies before. So far there's been
So
nothing.
far.
Why?
I'm
Deep.
sorry, Mac, but you know I'm right. You know without this, we're at a dead end. We won't be able
Are we
to...
underwater?
Just for a little while, Mose.
I do not like water. In water you are powerless.
At least the bear gets it.
Yeah, also. Yep, it's not pleasant, but I mean, you know, if you have that fear, it's not pleasant. All those bones, those skulls, man. Chapter 2. How about that giant, like, skull or alien or something sculpture they went past through? All calm beneath.
Warning. Docking bay depressurized. No atmosphere present. Warning.
Well, glad it told us. We'd be dead in 90 seconds in there.
Not just us. If there's no life support, does that mean there's no survivors?
Charlie Mac, I do not need life or support.
Lucky you.
Yes. Moses, go for it. See if you can pressurize everything out there.
Blinking prompt on the screen indicates that the final destination of this metallic submersible has been reached. Yeah, I know. It is not happy times. You're like, do we need to be here? Can't we just... Seriously? Can we just not... out of here, please? See, right?
Welcome to the Mule. You are now in the lobby.
Yay, hooray. Thank you. I'm so excited to be here.
Hide and seek would be the best game choice here.
No bodies. No one at all.
And it looks sealed off.
Where did everyone go? Someplace further in?
Floor, the wet floor whispers of a neglected environment. Hey, that's a carryover from Stasis and Kane both. The Juca-Cola, they had that in Stasis and also in Kane. The Juca-Cola machines. Cool, I like it. I like that some of the stuff stays consistent. That's good. The corporation and their general messing around with stuff they shouldn't. Yeah, it's cool.
This is not safe for children.
Someone wanted food bad.
Purge expired Juca paste. Error, hatch jam. Call mule maintenance for assistance. Saw blade. By putting the saw blade in there. Nope. Looks like nothing right now. I'm not putting anything in here currently. Maybe I do that later. I'm assuming I need this expired paste at some point.
tackle the week ahead. Remember, a curious mind gets results, so don't be afraid to ask questions and seek new opportunities.
Yeah. Curious mind also creates freaky things that kill everybody. But you know, we won't go into that. That's fine. It's not. Don't worry about it. It's no big deal. It's totally fine. I'm gonna use a bathroom. I will be right back. I don't think I have a. Let me see. What do I have? Do I have? I just have this one. We'll just use this one for now. I didn't make one for Stasis bone totem. Probably should though. Anyway, I'll be back in a minute. All right. Let's see.
I see we have a lot on our plate. Your debt is vital to us. So let's ensure we're all working hard to meet our goals and deliver on our commitments.
Hey, Monmouth, welcome. It's been a bit since I saved this. Let me save this just so we don't lose progress. Discarded equipment. Stop walking. Stop. Equipment and clutter were shoved aside with intent, more concerned with clearing a path in haste, and less with hygienic cleanliness. Quantity of discarded wrappers, cans, and containers suggests that this facility was once heavily populated. Now the forsaken trash only magnifies the silent pall over the room. Happy Christmas! Hope you and your lovely spouse will have a great holiday. Be safe. A lot of people pay less attention than they should during the holidays. They get hammered or whatever, and then while they're smashed, they drive or whatever. So just be careful as you go out anywhere. The vent permits air to circulate through the life support and atmosphere control systems in the facility. Berta, yeah. I almost said Brigitte, but I knew that it was wrong.
Is the journey of the self, through and back to the self. So let's focus on our personal growth and development and the company's success.
I knew it wasn't Brigitte, and I couldn't remember, it's Berta, and for some reason I was not remembering that, so I apologize. I didn't want to say it wrong, though, because I knew Brigitte was wrong. Door control. The aluminum frame is grimy and scratched as if it had been yanked out of the wall in the past. However, the protective Duraglass panel has guarded the internal door mechanism.
The glass is too thick for a bear. It needs a Mac.
So I guess the answer is no for now. But I'm trying to get atmosphere life support back online, so maybe I just focus on this.
Locked.
Keep looking, Mose.
My Charlie.
My Charlie. Oh, Charlie, my Charlie. We sawed off that, I see. Blunt saw blade. So the saw blade, there's not much left, but we were able to saw off the thing that's preventing that from opening. Perfect, okay. And then just go in, right?
Oh, no, no, I do not like dogs, Charlie Mac.
Just push past it won't bite you.
I do not like dogs, Charlie.
He's terrified, Mac.
This dog is bad.
It's a toy. It doesn't get scared, not really. And through there's the only way to get us out of here.
And if he's ripped to shreds, then we're done.
You care about that thing too much.
This dog must be very hungry.
Got another death. Sweet. Got another death. Achievement, death 2. It's a secret achievement. Oh. I mean, I don't know why it's secret getting killed by the dog. Maybe it's using this specifically. I thought if I did that, he was going to, like, try to throw it and the dog would run after it. Okay, so I need something for him to eat. Yeah. Yep, there was a
See, we have a lot on our plate. Your debt is vital to us. So let's ensure we're all working.
Yeah, we know. You got blah, blah,
These
blah.
doors are locked.
I figured. Emergency bulkheads came down.
Then people could still be alive on the other side.
Could be. What do you want to bet nobody is alive down here? But we might find a person, the one person who happened to survive everything. It's like Newt from Aliens or something. The little girl that survived, nobody else did. Locked door, door is securely sealed. Yeah, I need... So the Coca-Cola machine... There we go. I see. We used what was left of the saw blade. Perfect. Juca paste. Okay. Hope was never allowed any because it was awful for her tummy. I love it. his way of looking at stuff. He's like, that's bad for you. Yes, we know. Thank you. You see if he crushes or if he... No. Okay, let's try giving them to... I know crushing these does nothing. Let's try giving these to Charlie. Maybe Charlie can combine stuff? I don't know what she would combine, though. This. And this? Probably not. This. No. Nope, so we're not combining anything. Okay, so I don't... At least as far as I could tell, I don't need to do anything with that yet. Okay. Let's see if I can get him killed again.
You're dead.
Shut up.
Bad dog.
Bad dog.
I do not like tight places, Charlie.
Sure like complaining, though, huh, Bear?
You're doing great, Mose.
Bad smells. Dead smells.
Let's see. Ducts. Tube-like passageways of the maintenance tunnel traverse through both rock and architecture. A necessity for maintenance, though a claustrophobic fit for any adult human to crawl through. Regulator valve, and then something this way. Let's go over here. Probably need the regulator valve to get a what do you call it, life support back online. Insert gas scrubber. IGS. H49. So we need 49 units or whatever they're doing of helium. Xenon 2, oxygen 1, helium 50. And I guess they decided no nitrogen. So I probably need to, I don't know for sure, but I probably need to mark these down at some point. We'll probably have to adjust canisters or something that are hooked up that are releasing quantities. Let me see. So H49 XE2O1 HE 50. I'm going to, even though they have it crossed out, all in case it comes up, I'm going to note down N3. Just in case we, for whatever reason, end up needing nitrogen anyway. Alright, let's... Broken handle. Use it with the screwdriver, maybe? I don't know what we need for the like to make it not broken. Let me see. No. Probably not this.
And we have a working handle.
That's a
Never mind.
plus.
Never mind. I guess it was. I didn't know how the handle was broken and what needed to be done. I guess that's what we'll do. Okay. There you go, Moses. I don't know how I switch between things, though. I should do it in the order they have, maybe? Maybe. Counter diffusion. Sat decompression. I really don't know what I'm supposed to be doing with this. These are elements. How does that... Inert gas. Oh, inert. So that's only going to be xenon, right? Hydrogen is not inert. It's reactive with oxygen, as is reverse. Helium. Is helium inert? I feel like helium might be inert also. So 52 maybe? I don't know. Counter diffusion. I don't know how I'm supposed to figure this stuff out. There must be more stuff I have to find. Hang on, let's see. Let's keep going. Oh, can I not go any farther that way? Okay, that's the end of that tunnel. Small puffs of smoke occasionally discharge out from the finger-like mold growth, projecting a robust, sickly scent. The minute contractions simulating an unsettling impersonation of respiration. So it's like the mold is breathing almost. That's creepy. And gross. Both. Let's keep going this way for a little bit. Another regulator valve? Oh. What is this one? Oh, and I wrote those down. So hydrogen should be 49 or 49, yeah. I don't want 70, I want less. How do I reverse it? Damn it. Oh, these are totals. Oh, I see. Okay, so if I do this, will that reduce it? Oh, but that's too much also. Crap. Helium is 50. What if I do this? That did not reduce this mix though. Crap. How do I lower it? I don't know how I lower it. It sucks. 50 helium. Maybe I have to go to 100 and it'll cycle through. Let me try that. There we go. Yeah, 0. Okay. So hydrogen is 49. Since I can only do by +1 or +10, I have to do it that way. Okay. So 49, 50. This should be 1. Okay, so we have 49 hydrogen, 1 oxygen, 50 helium. Now, if I go back to the inert gases, which would be xenon, and do 2, is that going to fix it? Maybe. Oh, this way. Can I not? Why can I not go back through? What? Oh, it went further over than I remembered. Okay, that's fine. Now these are parts per million, though. See, we don't know counter diffusion or sat decompression, though. So let's find those. And I also think that probably is wrong for the inert gas. Vent. Breeze is gently blown through the vent grill. It smells like stale, greasy hair and dust. Gross. I think that's the only thing we have. I'll keep it on him for now. So right now we cannot do anything with that, I don't think. That goes over there. What's further this way? Another PDA. The engineer, Bruno Correa. Mission successful. I managed to smuggle Missy into my quarters. I'm glad I forked out a few extra ration packs for a handbag breed. I figure I can walk her at night between shifts and stuff her down my overalls if anybody gets close. What's happening? What? Okay. Construction has commenced on the exterior framework of the new site entrance. Fibrocrete fabrication will take about 2 months with the pre-built sections we have to work with. After the shell has been constructed, we can begin connecting the umbilical and draining seawater from the structure. So they've found a new site? So I guess I don't know if this is the new site and just a log ended up here after the fact, or if this is a site besides the one where we are. Yeah, we just had this. There we go. Personal log. Missy has outgrown her carry case. She's most definitely not a toy Pomeranian. Ever since we cut into the structure, I've been having bizarre dreams and waking up in a cold sweat with my eyes wide open. In the most recent vision, I'm lying paralyzed on a stone slab. I hear a growl and a grunt to my left, and then I see a naked, crying child to my right. Suddenly, my legs start burning, and I feel pressure on my prostate. Then I realize they're cutting me open from anus to chest. I look up and scream, but no sound comes out. Their cold eyes stare into my soul. Jeez. Sounds like something from Outlast or something. Prefabrication took slightly longer than expected due to unidentified electrical interference, but we finished assembling the outer shell. The crews dubbed it the Blister. Okay, I guess we'll find out more. I don't know. He just said that they prefabricated. And so he didn't describe. Okay, anyway. By my estimation, we will begin draining the blister, so to speak, in early January. Note, several inspection drones went missing. They are not showing up on the Mule roster. Personal log, review Zombie Shark. One of Brian Henderson's lesser-known monster movies. A shark... Okay, so we're going to have a movie review. Sweet. A shark is brought back from the dead by waste runoff and wreaks havoc on a small seaside town. The practical effects aren't very convincing, but they are fun. I've seen a shark with half its face missing, and Henderson took some creative liberties. Missy and I give it a 7 out of 10. Oh, your mutated flesh monster thing that you've got with you gave it a 7 out of 10, huh? Fantastic. That's great. Okay, this probably will tie something somehow into something we see later in the game, right? Obviously, or you could assume it at least. I think the scrubbers have been bugging some of the welding units. I recommend they be deactivated until construction is complete. Furthermore, I'd like to report that Robert Follis has commandeered some company equipment, including UAVs and sample collectors, for personal use. Hijack drones have repeatedly buzzed our construction site at dangerous speeds. Okay. Incident report. Mr. Bruno Correa suffered a minor injury today when a series of pipes burst on the blister. The violent pressure change in his suit resulted in a dual pneumothorax. Damage to his lungs is irreparable. A complete transplant has been scheduled and billed to his company account. mandatory indentured debt obligation has been extended to 15 years until the principal has been repaid. Further investigation will be necessary, but the company has been indemnified as per Article 1287 of Mr. Correa's employment contract. We wish him a full recovery and a prompt return to his post. Yeah, this Kane Corporation is brutal. They're like, oh, we'll give you medical. Yep, you're now in debt to us for another 15 years of employment, but we'll take care of your sickness. Sure, it's no problem. It's fine. You were injured on the job, but that's what you agreed to. So now you just owe us more of your time. These guys are scumbuckets. Okay. I feel horrible. Missy was alone for 3 days until Milford rescued her. It's been 2 months since the accident, and I still can't sleep. Whenever I visit the dig site, I get the feeling I'm being watched. It's mostly quiet, but some nights I can hear something moving deeper in the temple. Temple? They found a temple in underwater? What the frick? Uh-oh. Maybe that's why we saw that big carved face going down. I've talked to Dr. Shaw about it, and she says I'm suffering from trauma-induced hallucinations. Doctors never listen. I had strange dreams before the accident. At least I'm not alone down there. Sometimes Missy lets out a blood-curdling yelp, reminding me of Cujo with her raised hackles. Does she also sense the stirring below? So that dog sounds like that robot dog is Missy, is what it sounds like. Review, Insides Out 2. I only made it through a few minutes. The scene with the critter moving in the protagonist's belly really got to me. Unrealistic and gross? Done exclusively for shock value. The last of the Omega equipment has been transported into the temple. My contract is almost up. After that, Missy and I will head to the surface for some much-needed R&R, and then we can begin chipping away at my debt. Lake isn't returning my calls. Neither is Lester. This is the second poker game they've missed. Come to think of it, Lake has a bounce in his step. I bet he's banging somebody on the mule. Me, I'm a one-lady man, and that lady has 4 legs. So, your dog and nobody else ever. Fantastic. Personal log. I yearn to have the waking dream again. It took some convincing, but Dr. Shaw finally prescribed me a Fat Man. You're supposed to take the drug orally, but I've heard it can produce realistic hallucinations when taken as a suppository. So that's the road my Fat Man will take. So he wants to hallucinate. I mean, if he's going through enough rough stuff, right? Bingo! It worked. Time slowed. A rhythmic beat took my body to a new plane of existence as I was pulled from my mortal coil. I was on a granite slab again, but this time I spoke. I could understand the words of the song, and it was beautiful. Something crawled under my skin, into my heart and behind my eyes. The church bells chimed, and Jesus rode from the quivering mass of flesh. I was not scared, and it all felt so real. Dismissed. We headed straight for the ventilation shaft when the screaming started. And who should we find but Bazagand? He was releasing some kind of vaporized agent into the ventilation system while cackling like a deranged demon. He came at me with his fists balled up and beat me unconscious with the canister he was carrying. That was the last mistake he ever made. When I came to, I saw that Missy had torn his throat out of his neck. I must have inhaled a massive dose of whatever poison he was trying to circulate around the mule, because I passed out again. When I woke up a few days later, my loyal pooch had eaten what was left of Tice. We're surviving on salvage jucca paste. We have enough for a few months, or at least until the air purifiers give up or reset. I have no idea what the correct settings are, and Bazagan damaged the equipment. I'm sure the rescue team is close. I feel wrong. All I hear is a rhythmic beat. It's driving me crazy. Are the children singing again? Their voices echo against the walls of my cranium. We are reaching for heaven. We must ascend. Missy's at my side. Her friendship is all that matters. Damn. Well, that's not okay. All kinds of hallucinations. Organic tendrils. Thick, sticky veins of organic matter have grown along the ducts. Sorted emulation of the cabling worming between various ports and junctions. A cloying scent accompanies the growths, carried on swirling ghostly fumes. Blooming body, the post-human form bursts outward in fungal bloom. A cavalcade of floral growths vomits from a rigid rib cage, cradling a delicate spine. Bizarre vegetation eagerly extends along the surrounding floor, a morbid garden fueled by a necrotic substance. In case this ends up being another death, let's do this. I don't think so. It's blue, so I should use it, right? But let's go ahead and do that. Okay.
Hello, I am Moses.
What in hell?
Is that human?
Hello?
The fucking heart is still beating, Charlie.
Language, Mac.
Those look like flowers? Some sort of vegetative growth?
Flowers. They float too.
Spores. There's spores coming off that thing. Moses, get away from it.
My Mac. The central atmospheric monitoring system requires recalibration.
I can read. Thanks, Bear.
He's not very nice, is he? Really doesn't give Moses much leeway for anything. Okay, well, I can't do anything with this. This is just monitoring anyway, so probably don't need to do anything with it. Nothing else in here. Let's get out of here for now. Probably something we need to do with this, right? Because there was like a what do you call it? Like an action point or whatever on it, right? Regulator valve, we already did. What's down here? Oh, hey. Dog's matted coat adheres to his body like cream fur rug. Its ribs protrude like a xylophone, ready to play a heartbreaking melody. Doesn't look like it's, I mean, it's just green description. So it doesn't look like we can interact with it, so maybe it won't actually even do anything. Oh, it's another... I see. That just winds around. There's that mold. This vent. Okay. There's nothing more to go off of? How am I supposed to know? Well, maybe I don't do it in the vent right now. Maybe there's something... No, I wouldn't think so, though, right? There's got to be something... Got to be some kind of indicator of what we do here, right? What is... Can't read that. I don't know. I'm not sure what we're... It doesn't seem like we have the details we need to know. Maybe we do. Maybe it's a puzzle I haven't analyzed well enough. Okay, I've set these percentages. Just double check them. 49 for hydrogen. 1 for oxygen. 50 for helium. That's right. So these are giving the right amount of gas. But I don't know any of the other settings for the other valve. I literally know nothing for what I'm supposed to do on these. Yeah, let's go out of the vent, see. Maybe there's something out here. I don't know how I'm going to find it, but there might be something, I suppose. Broken ladder, ladder rungs half in... ladder rungs hang in half ruin, suffering either some past misfortune or a deliberate attempt to prevent access to the crawl space above. Air processor nail filtration pump sits dead, its function having ceased for such a time that the atmosphere has been starved and strained of vital life support. Discarded equipment. Yeah, we already read that. I see. I don't want to hear from you right now, buddy. Thank you, but no. I don't see anything out here to read, though. I know he said to get away, but I feel like we have to interact with his body. No, not there, not there, not there. I mean, I don't think so, because he's eating, but I don't want to risk getting killed by... I mean, it doesn't matter. I guess I just reload into this room, but still. Is there anything with this I can... Central atmospheric monitoring system requires recalibration. But yeah, there's no like manual or something next to this. Oh, there's more tunnel this way. I guess we can, well, iris vent. Loud and persistent hum drones just beyond the iris portal, the vibrations of which drum and dance along with the nearby framework. Nothing here. Presumably this will open up once we get stuff working again. But right now there's no interaction point. I tried and I could not get this free with the screwdriver. We don't have anything else. These guys, otherwise it would automatically pull up when I hovered over them. So we only have the screwdriver, and the screwdriver will not release whatever that thing is. So I don't see. I miss instructions somewhere? This, I can't do anything with this. I know I did that before, but just in case somehow I didn't press down hard enough with my mouse button or something, but now I've done it like 6 or 7 times. Just click, 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 so. I'm not sure how I find that out. I cannot use, I mean, I can go to them in the submersible over in the diving bell, but I cannot bring them out here because there's no atmosphere right now. I've looked at all of those, okay.
I see one of the lava.
Door control. Yeah, he said we need Mac for this, so I think we have to restore life support, and then Mac can use his, just punch it with his fist or something. Yeah, all the other stuff is further on. How do I know? There's no paper slapped on this or something like a reminder. Do these proportions of gas or whatever. Door. Cables. Parallel cabling runs from ceiling mounted ports down into the air compressor, designed to transmit both power and data. Where? Look in the diving bell. I don't think there's going to be anything in here, though, that will tell us anything, but maybe. Let's look at the console. Oh, here we go. Ha! Okay. Well, that was easy. That's all I needed. Okay. So, we want... Okay, IGS 20%. Counter diffusion 54%. And sap decompression 26%. Okay. So now it was easy enough. I wandered around for no reason. Okay, that's fine. Okay. Alright, so back in you go, Moses.
I see one of the lava plate.
Shut up. Literally nobody cares what you have to say. Even the Kane employees never cared. Alright. Okay, so inert gas compressor 20%. %. Okay. Counter diffusion at 54. We've got. And then SAT decompression at 26. Okay, that's all set. Do I go to the other and tell Captain Picard to say engage or something? I don't know. And that's all this is. Okay, so where's the actual lever to turn it on again? This just monitors, right? Or is this going to...
Attention.
Oh,
Central atmospheric monitoring system has been calibrated. Attention.
Select atmosphere venting station. Say atmosphere not suitable for occupancy. I don't know any of this. Go back here and see what your thing has to say. Or let's just do Charlie, because she was right next to it, but apparently we have to reload if I do that, so that was less useful. Okay. Okay, that doesn't give me any new information. What? Hang on. blow himself up. Hang on. Let me, in case I just killed myself. Atmosphere not suitable for venting. It's probably that the body is probably the problem. I literally can't do anything with it though. I don't know. Down this way? Oh yeah, you. Huh. I don't think there's anything I do with the dog, though. It's just description now, so I can't even interact with him, or not really. So, I mean, maybe if I approach, he'll attack, but that wouldn't help me at all anyway if I want him to go over to the body with the blooming mold and look at it more. Sealed. Already did stuff with that. I don't think there's anything out here, though, that I want to do. There'll be something else in the vent, but I don't know what I do. Is there maybe something I can pick up while I'm over on, like, zoomed in here? Something I can grab? It didn't show up when I did the pulse, but maybe it doesn't. You have to actually hover and click or something? No? Doesn't look like it. Hey, good old days. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I don't know if you are familiar with the first two games that the studio, the Brotherhood, did, but they did Stasis, which is like a space. Basically, your character wakes up in space on an operating table. He's not operated on currently. He's just like, or was it an operating table? Actually, I think he was in a stasis tube. So like a suspended animation tube that broke or something, or released him early anyway. And he wanders around the ship wondering how he got there and why he's there and everything. And then there was a prequel to that, giving more details about that. And then there's this one. So yeah, they're... So far, the three games, I don't know, they might have done others too, but the three games I know of that the Brotherhood development team did are all oriented around this evil future corporation called Kayne, K-A-Y-N-E. In fact, the first game was called Stasis, then the prequel game was actually called Kayne, and now this one's Stasis Bone Totem, showing that we're in the same universe and everything. I don't see anything here to grab either. I really don't know how we're going to pry that off that dude. If we do. I need to find out why or how to get rid of, like, a flamethrower would be nice or something. So I can burn the body and maybe then it would be more sanitary. And so this would work. I don't know. I've had a lot of fun with it. So, and it's this isometric that you get with, like, World of Warcraft, or not World of Warcraft, sorry, that you get with like Warcraft or with like Diablo or Arcanum of Magic and Steamworks Obscura, all that, or sorry, of Steamworks and Magic Obscura, all that kind of stuff. I have no idea what I want out of these. Select the station? I don't know how I'm supposed to choose. What is here? Just those, right? Yeah. There's nothing else in here to do. See, this is the PDA. That's one of the valve regulators. That's one of the valve regulators. One of these, or that middle one, the bottom one there, probably think is like the tunnel cover, or maybe that's this one. Anyway, so I don't know. I don't know. I'm not seeing anything though. I'm not seeing a bar or something to grab, so I've clearly not... Nope, it's not what I wanted. Not found all the stuff in here. I'm missing something somewhere. Mold, but I cannot do anything like up here to try to grab a... Yeah, really, gasoline in a match would be better. Right? Just burn the mold away. Mold and all of its spores just get burned up and they aren't around anymore.
I see we have a lot on our plate. Your debt is vital to us. So let's ensure we're all working hard to meet our goals and deliver on our commitments.
Yeah, thanks, Freako. I mean, I could try this. He said Mac, so I'm assuming I need Mac, but let me see. Yeah. It's going to only be Mac, I think. That, this, back to there. And then the exit with the Cujo robot. Yeah, there's nothing else either. I don't know. I guess that's where we'll leave it for now. I'm not sure. I really am not sure what else. In fact, I've not done anything since we were in that room. I'll just leave it. I don't need to save it again. Okay. All right, well, thanks everybody for stopping by. Good old days, Fun Act, Monmouth, Faux Fox. I don't know if Silhouette showed up or not, but if he did, then thanks for stopping in as well. Okay, that'll be it for today. So as a reminder, next weekend and the weekend after, both I'm gone for the Christmas/New Year's break. So the first weekend in January will be the next time I stream, and it'll be normal streaming schedule then. So all 3 streams during the weekend. So, I've been having fun playing this. I hope you guys have found it interesting at least. I really got to give it to Brotherhood. They do a really good job with atmosphere. Like Fun Act was saying, foreshadowing is super foreboding. So, thanks for watching. Happy holidays. Stay safe. I'll talk to you guys next time. Peace.
Poor spider.
This freaking boy.
Oh, that's so sad.